were sitting there on the desk last night. President Trump says we're charging people half of what they charge us. He puts up that now, I'm going to say, famous poster board. And I'm looking at those tariffs. I'm like, wait a second. I don't know the tariffs like an encyclopedia, but I'm pretty sure European tariffs are not 39%. I think I know that countries like Switzerland have like almost no tariffs, and Singapore. I think the European tariffs are like 4%. And like, where are these numbers coming from? I get offset and I start getting emails from the economists and the international trade experts I know. And they're like, what the heck are those numbers? And nobody really understood where those numbers came from. And I think David said like at 5:30 or so, somebody who was not in the international trade community because they couldn't understand it started doing the math. And it is what Sarah was saying earlier. It's the trade deficit, half of the trade deficit divided by the imports. Now, let me show you a comment from the White House on where this came from. The White House official telling reporters yesterday, quote, I want to emphasize here that these tariffs are customized to each country, and the numbers have been calculated by the Council of Economic Advisors using very, very well-established methodologies from the international trade economic literature. So then I started calling international trade economic experts, and nobody ever heard of this formula. Nobody has ever used this formula. So I'm sorry, but the conclusion seems to be the president kind of made this up as he went along. He made up, and I think what Sarah was saying was interesting. There was an anticipation, okay, it was going to be reciprocal. These are off the charts and nowhere near what other countries charge us. And unfortunately, it makes us into one of the highest, maybe the highest tariff country in at least the developed world, a lot like a lot of sort of developing countries.